I'm Dave Retzlaff. I fly slot 3. The way I got my start in this world, I did a tandem skydive in college years and years ago, and kind of planted the seed. And I said, I want to do that someday. But at the time, I was playing basketball, college basketball, and pursuing a career, and in a higher up level, semi-pro. That was kind of where I was going with it. And, I ended up breaking my back, unfortunately, doing that. Scorpion, so it kind of basically compressed my spine pretty violently. I thought my life was pretty much done with the athletic world at that point. And, 2 months later, after doing some pretty intensive rehab, I was healthy again. So I kind of came back to the skydiving thing. It presented itself again in my mind, and I decided to go start skydiving, and shortly thereafter got into the wind tunnel. And here we are. I get to meet 3 of my best buddies in the world doing some of the craziest things I could never fathom doing.
My name's Timmy Hunkler. I fly slot 2 for Team Prana Vayu, dynamic 4-way team. And I've been flying for 5 years in wind tunnels and working in them directly as well. What got me started in that was I started skydiving about 7.5 years ago. And then soon after that, I quit my job being a firefighter paramedic because I had an opportunity to go work for a wind tunnel and progress my skills in flying and achieve my goals for wind tunnel flying and for skydiving alike. 2 weeks out from this competition, I started doing a lot more visualization. Might look like I'm just playing with my fingers with my eyes closed all weird, but I'm actually doing something in my head. And it helps with the like the 3D brain or the 3D awareness that we need to figure out what it is that we need to do in the tunnel when we're not in there. The mental game is such a big thing too, because if you start to let something in, you fall out, just like yoga or meditation, things like that. So even if a random thought kind of trails in your brain, you kind of just have to let it go and let it flow through your head, so that way you can focus on doing what you're doing and executing the things that you have to execute.
I'm Jeff Dimmick. I fly slot 1 for Team Prana Vayu. I also serve as team captain. I started jumping out of airplanes in 1999. Having started when I was 19, it's kind of a big part of my life. It's almost half of my life that I've been skydiving, and started working in wind tunnels in 2010. So it's a good chunk of time for that too.
We had a few things that we wanted to focus on. The main things, of course, are speed and free routine. So there was a crux move, the most difficult move that we were the most worried about, the surf, where Timmy surfs on top of me and Cole surfs on top of Dave, and then we carve around the tunnel like that. It's really hard, and we weren't getting it every time. We spent some considerable time on that and felt pretty confident going into it that as long as we eased into it smoothly, that we could get it in competition.
First off, I wasn't sleeping. I was visualizing. 3 in the morning. I have to. I don't know. I'm not a morning person. So that was rough. Hi, my name is Cole. I fly slot number 4 with Prana Vayu. I've been flying for a little over 6 years. The way I got started, I was in college at the time. I was studying air traffic control, general aviation type stuff. I was looking for a job, and one of my buddies had mentioned that there was a indoor skydiving kiosk at the mall, which is where he worked. And I thought that would be pretty cool to try out one of these days. And about a month later, decided to look it up and see if it was open. And they were still under construction, but I did see an apply online button, so I figured wouldn't hurt to apply. I didn't think I was going to get it, but about a month after that, got a call from Bill and Lisa Adams, who were the franchise owners at the time, and had an interview, and they hired me on. So this was like the first big competition I've been a part of. I did go to the USPA Nationals for VFS in 2012. I was pretty nervous for that, but I think I was much more nervous going into this. Just there was a lot on the line. We really, all 4 of us really wanted this title of being world champions.
After the speed check, it felt maybe a little bit sloppy. I think everybody had the same thing, a little bit warm in there, but we're all flying in the same conditions, so can't do anything about it. Just move forward and still fly your best and have fun. Main point.
So now we know how it feels if it's hot tomorrow, so it should be good.
Yeah.
Good energy for everybody too. I feel like everybody's vibing each other and smiling, and it's as we're used to, smiling and having fun. Yeah, exactly.
It'll be fun. Just like all the regional competitions, nationals is super fun. Everybody laughing, joking, smiling around, high fives. Good vibes. It's cool. It's cool. It's good to see.
What's next?
Team photo.
Strike the pose.